Yes, very warm good morning children. Already we have completed till the hydrides, that is saline hydrides, maltonic hydrides and stoichiometric hydrides. Today we will start with the new particular topic for chapter number 9, that is water, and we have to learn about chemical and physical property of water as well. We have to learn about the hardness of water, softness of water. Then we have to learn about uses of water, and lastly we have to learn about the heavy water. Starting with the physical property of water, children, we know the formula of water, that is H2O. When we talk about the formula of water, that is H2O. So here, when we start with the physical property of water, here you can see that water is colorless and a tasteless liquid. Human body contains 65% of water, whereas plants, they are containing 95% of water, and all we have idea. Now when we talk about the physical property of the water, you can see over here that what is the molecular mass of water? Hydrogen carrying 1 atomic mass unit. So here 2 atoms of hydrogen, so 2 into 16, that is 18 atomic mass unit. Or molecular mass in gram per mole, you can have 18 gram per mole. Melting point in Kelvin, that is 273 Kelvin. Boiling point, that is 373 Kelvin. Formation for the water, energy required for the formation of water, you can just see over here, it is minus 285 kilojoule per mole. Vaporization, that means the energy required to convert the water into water vapor, that is 40 kilojoule per mole. Enthalpy of fusion, that means here the enthalpy required for melting of ice, so you can write that it is 6 kilojoule per mole. Temperature of maximum density, इसकी density क्या होगी 276 children, and when we talk about the density at 298 Kelvin temperature, so that is 1. Viscosity, that means how much of particular water is there in the viscous form, semi-solid form, so you can write that it is 0.8. Dielectric constant is Newton per meter square, is 78. How it conducts the electrical power or electricity, that is equal to 5.7 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm inverse, or you can write that Kelvin per centimeter inverse. Now when we talk about the heat of vaporization and heat capacity, they are responsible for moderation of the climate and body temperature of living beings. हमारे लिए how we are surviving due to the heat of vaporization over here and heat capacity. These two are the moderation for the human being to survive. We can say that water is the universal solvent, excellent solvent for transportation of ions and molecules required for plants and animal metabolism. Now water contains hydrogen bonding inside it, and due to the hydrogen bonding, water is known as polar molecule. Children, it is written over here. Due to the presence of hydrogen bonding in water, it is polar molecule. Even covalent compounds like alcohol and carbohydrate, they are dissolved in water. Now we have to learn about the structure of water today. What is the structure of water in gaseous phase as well as in solid phase? So we'll just learn about the structure. So in gaseous phase, water is having a band structure. इसका structure band होगा. Whenever we talked about the structure, we talked about a bond length and bond angle that we need to learn in chapter number 4 in detail. But we just have to just note it down that what is the bond angle between hydrogen, oxygen and hydrogen. So that is 104.5 degree. And what is the bond length between oxygen and hydrogen atom? So that is 95.7 picometer. You can see here that bond angle between hydrogen, oxygen and oxygen is 104.5 degree, or we can say that 104.5 degree. And the bond angle between O and H as well as over here, so that is 95.7 picometer. Now this is related del minus and del plus. Let us see this about the electronegativity when we talked about the water molecule. Oxygen is being more electronegativity, it contains del minus, whereas comparatively hydrogen is electropositive, so del plus del plus. There is the overlapping hydrogen and oxygen when we talked about, which contain sp3 hybridization. So there is a double dumbbell shape and then a spherical shape is that of the particular s orbital of hydrogen and p orbital for oxygen. So that is a dumbbell shape. So that is the, we can say that it is a structure which is known as orbital overlap structure of water molecule. If it is there going to be asked in the exam that draw the structure of water, we have to show this one only or this one. We don't have to draw this one. ऑक्सीजन हाइड्रोजन के बीच का बॉन्ड लेंथ 95.7 पिकोमीटर है, whereas bond angle is 104 degree 5 minutes है. Whenever we'll talk about the overlapping structure of p and s orbital, h and h, they shows the s orbital overlapping with the p orbital. So that is the overlapping structure of water. Now the crystalline structure, when we talked about the crystalline form of water, it is known as ice. We will talk about, and when we talk about the atmospheric pressure of ice, it crystallizes into hexagonal form. You can see over here, three-dimensional structure between the hydrogen as well as oxygen. So that is there when you only like that in the crystalline form of water, it is known as ice. Whereas when we just apply the high pressure, we are forming the hexagonal form. But when you talk about the very low pressure, they are condensed to the cubic form. And when we talk about the density of ice, that is less than 1, so it is having tendency to float on water. So in winter season, ice formed on the surface of a lake provides thermal insulation, which ensures the survival of the aquatic life. And is a very great ecological significance for the aquatic life. So this is the when we talk about the structure of ice in the crystal form, it is hexagonal form but at a higher pressure. But whereas when we talk about the lower pressure, it is converted into cubic form. So that is the structure of water in the gaseous phase as well as in the crystalline form. Chemical properties, children. Chemical properties, when we talked about water reacts with large number of substances because itself water is the universal solvent. First property, when we talked about it, is amphoteric in nature. Amphoteric का meaning होता है it behaves as an acid as well as it behaves as a base. So here it has ability to act as an acid as well as a base. So it is known as particular amphoteric substance. So when we talk about the Bronsted cells, it acts as an acid and it reacts with NH3 to form NH4 plus ion as well as hydroxide ion. And with hydrogen sulfide, it is forming hydrogen sulfide ion along with hydronium ion. So self-ionization of water takes place between two water molecules, and that is known as autoprotolysis process. You can see over here self-ionization of water. That means one of the water molecule acts as acid and second of the water molecule acts as a base, and they are forming the conjugated acid and conjugated base. That is known as autoprotolysis, or we can say that self-ionization of water, children. So that is the particular first property, that water itself forms the protonium ion as well as hydroxide ion. So it is act as acid as well as base, so it is amphoteric in nature. You can write that self-ionization of water, where one of the water molecule acts as acid, another water molecule is act as a base, and whenever both of the water molecule react, they are forming conjugated acid and conjugated base. So that whole reaction is known as autoprotolysis, or we can say that self-ionization of water. Now we learn about the second chemical property, redox reaction involving water. That means here when we talk about water, it easily reduces and forming a hydrogen gas by using the highly electropositive metals. That means whenever metal reacts with water molecule, it produces a respective hydroxide along with hydrogen gas, And it is also formation of dihydrogen gas. We can write the formation of water, in which we can write that metal when react with water, they are producing hydrogen gas. Now water is oxidized to oxygen during photosynthesis, that we have learned. Photosynthesis process where it forming glucose along with water and oxygen. With fluorine also it is going to be oxidized and forming a oxygen. So we can write both of the reaction, that it reacts with water electropositive, or we can write that alkali metal to produce alkali along with hydrogen gas. Secondly, it oxidized whenever water is reduced, it produces hydrogen gas. So whenever it oxidizes, it produces oxygen gas. So whenever we talk about oxidized, it is photosynthesis. Along with fluorine also it produces hydrogen and fluoride ion along with oxygen. Now hydrolysis reaction. Forming a hydrate. It's known as hydrolysis. It dissolves many ionic compounds, hydrolyzes itself, the reaction of water with any of the particular compound to forming the respective compound by dissolving into water. So here when we talked about phosphorus pentoxide, along with water it produces phosphoric acid, and silicon tetrachloride it produces silicon dioxide and hydrochloric acid. So we can write that it forming covalent and some of the ionic compounds, they are hydrolyzed in water. That means they easily dissolved in water. तो यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल दिया गया है, phosphorus pentoxide P4O10 react with water to produce phosphoric acid, and silicon tetrachloride whenever dissolved in water it produces silicon dioxide along with hydrochloric acid. So then we will talk about the next one. Hydrate formation. Fourth property उसकी हो गई hydrate formation. You can see over here. They are forming aqueous solution where many salts can be crystallized in the form of hydrate. So which type of hydrate they are going to form? Coordinate water. That means here water is attached with the central metal atom. So that is known as coordinate water. When your water is there attached with the central metal atom, that type of water is known as coordinate water. Interstitial water, whenever the ionic compound are they going to be dissolved in water. So example is given, whenever barium chloride is dissolved in water, it's known as interstitial water. Hydrogen bonded water, that means here there is a formation of hydrogen bond between the complex compound, whereas whenever you are just dissolved whatever the compound in water, they are forming hydrated form. Wherever you are just giving heat, the water is going to be vaporized. So hydrates formation, that is the fourth property, chemical property of hydrogen. So we have learned about the physical property as well as structure of water, as well as the chemical property of water, in which we have learned about that water is empyric in nature. In it we have learned about the photophotolysis or self-ionization process, then redox reaction, we have learned that. Then we have learned about the hydrolysis of water. That means we are dissolving the organic compounds in water as well as inorganic compounds in water. Mostly inorganic, they are not going to be dissolved, but organic they are going to be dissolved. So we have learned that whenever covalent and ionic compounds are hydrolyzed in water, they are forming respective compounds. That is phosphoric acid. Secondly, when we talked about whenever silicon tetrachloride is dissolved in water, it produces silicon dioxide along with hydrochloric acid. And lastly, we have learned about the hydrate formation. Whenever we talked about the aqueous solution hydrate formation, that means whenever it is going to be dissolved, many of the compounds it forming its hydrates, and that type of water is known as three: coordinate water, interstitial water, as well as the last one that is known as hydrogen bonded water. The examples are given over here. Whenever water is 6 molecules of water are there attached with the central metal atom, that complex compound is known as In the presence of water, it's known as coordinate water. Interstitial water, whenever any of the ionic compound is they dissolve in water, that type of water are known as interstitial water. And next, hydrogen bonded water, that means whatever the water is there containing hydrogen bond inside in between. Now we will learn about the two types of water, hard water and soft water. Rain water is almost pure form, which contain many dissolved gases inside in it, which are present in the atmosphere. Being a good solvent, when it flows on the surface of earth, it dissolves many salts like magnesium, calcium, the form of hydrogen carbonate or chloride or sulfate in water. It makes it hard, so it does not give leather with the soap. And water free from soluble salts of calcium and magnesium that are known as soft water, and it gives leather with soap easily. अब मैं बताती हूँ कि हार्ड वाटर किसे बोलेंगे. रेन वाटर प्योर फॉर्म ऑफ वाटर है when we talked about, and when we talked about that pure form of water, it does not contain any impurity. But when it starts to flow on the earth's surface, many of the particular salts like calcium, magnesium, it is going to be dissolved out in it. And whenever we are just mixing with soap, or when we are using that water with the soap, it does not produce any leather, and that type of water is known as hard water. Now when we talk about soft water, the water which is free from calcium and magnesium salt, that type of water is known as soft water, and it gives leather with soap easily. That means hard water forms scum or precipitate with soap. जब भी हम कपड़े धोते हैं तो बहुत सारा झाग निकलता है, तो वैसे टाइप के वाटर को हम बोलेंगे हार्ड वाटर. Soap containing sodium stearate, that is C17H35COONA, that means it contains 17 atoms of carbon, 35 atoms of hydrogen with the sodium acetate. Reacts with hot water to precipitate out calcium and magnesium stearate, and that's why it is not suitable for laundry. It is harmful for boilers as well, and because of deposition of salt in the form of scale, it reduces the efficiency of boiler. The hardness of water are of two types, this temporary hardness and permanent hardness. We will learn in the next lecture about the temporary hardness and the permanent hardness as well. How we are just remove out that temporary as well as permanent hardness. So please children, see it carefully and your study whenever the lecture ends what you have learned. Thank you and have a nice day.